Okay, so welcome back. You're still watching Mzansi Fundis. Panel etletse, who teach you a football lesson. Why? Mamposa,
sure.
Let me start with you. We saw the past matches that have played. You know, Kaizer Chiefs, quickly, I want to wrap it up. They scored 20 minutes, and then things changed. Do you think it was a matter of they'll carry that momentum forward?
Look, Kaizer Chiefs have been playing one game a month. And when you look at other teams, you look at Sundowns, they've played in the MTNA, they've played in the Champions League. You look at Pirates, they've played in MTNA, they've played in the Champions League. You look at Skuku. So that, Kaizer Chiefs are still match fit. Match fitness is something that they're lacking at the moment. So those 20 minutes, they give it their all. And it's going to be one of those things that you say, how do you carry that forward? And you can't get match fitness in training.
And we'll get into that. Magesi, they have had their first win.
Sure.
You know, they go into this feature now, they play against Chairman's team. Chairman is my chairman. Who they was starting 11 chairman, the international did.
Chairman, Makesi, Clinton Larson coming into the league. One of the key factors are important into his press conferences, you know, telling us what kind of football he wants to play. And I think so far he's getting into those spaces, more importantly with his team, young team that he has in there. And it's great that they got their first win, you know, after coming back from a derby. And they've been playing those kind of games. And it tells you...
Bumper derby.
Exactly. So it tells you at least the players are tuning up to say, you know what, we need to get our act together. And then going back to the chairman and Nakto shall know. Chairman Adule pension. Chairman Asira.
You can't say Maracox, you can't say chairman the local pension. Don't forget Royal AM in transfer ban. Yeah. So they are short of players. So by default, the chairman
will be the international pension.
But let's not run away from the fact that South Africa is almost like Brazil and Spain. What is the first thing? It's talent. The chairman is talented. That's for me. That's the first foundation. He's talented. But what he needs to work on, and credit to Black Vrega because he's working on it. You understand that with regards to his conditioning. Tactically, you can tell to like development. There's certain aspects of the game I'm shy, but he's talented. He needs to work on his conditioning. Tactically, he needs to improve his game.
So with if you coach at the chairman, would he stay?
There's younger boys in Devon that deserve the opportunity.
Just on what Pep is saying, the sad reality about that, I'll always go back to it, is that you spoke of development. There's players that have been developed, fully developed.
DDC,
but not talented.
Not talented. But I don't think there's a player that's sitting on that bench that's not talented. For you to be on the PSL bench, you need to be talented.
No chance.
All right. Gentlemen,
so many average players.
Reprioritize our talent. There's talent that's going to be taking place with FNP.
Yeah.
You spoke about the first 20 minutes. Now let me bring it to Lindo. Kaizer Chiefs, do they have a similar approach against Sundown? Say 20 minutes, as Mamposa said, we give it our best shot, and then from there onwards, we just sit back and watch it.
Yeah, to be honest, Likoko, when you look at the second half of Amazulu, total dominance, more especially in position of the ball. I feel that
and that's Amazulu, you say?
Yeah, Amazulu, very, very good in position of the ball. But what I realized with Kaizer Chiefs is in the first half, I like the personality of the team. I like the tactical structure of the team. I like the game model as well, because you can tell. On the one wing, they are looking for technical ability to cross, because he's got an unbelievable cross in him. Why? Because of the profile of the striker that they're using with Chivavaro. They need box in the balls. On the other wing, they isolate fullback, which is, for me, in my opinion, I said this for a very long time. Ulrich Forster is not a box-to-box fullback. He's a fullback that needs to invert, because he's got a good pass in him. He deals 1v1 very well. So for me, Ulrich Maganga overlap attacker in gave Utuba an opportunity to play on a 1v1 situation, where I felt that the boy is technically very good as well, but very direct. He attacks his wing, are very aggressive. Can he improve? Yes, he can improve. But what I like is the tactical structure they have in midfield, in my opinion. Bloom is very comfortable on the ball. Ubanika that balance. Umar overplays sometimes, you know. But what I liked is the combination play. They tried to combine. Bloom, I understand when Alikoko that he didn't have a preseason and he probably might not be match fit. But he gave them unbelievable, an unbelievable first 45 minutes. But what makes the game more real is this, again, the two centre backs. What does Umikel give them? Umikel gives them the arrogance and he gives them the personality. What does Udutli give them? Udutli gives them the comfort on the ball. Very technically very good.
Maracox, I'll say the following things. That's all good. They haven't been tested. The testers are coming, Chief. You know there's an acid test for everything else. And when you look at it, for Miguel to be called a brilliant defender, that front row of Mamelodi Sundowns, they're coming running, Chief.
And it was only a matter of time.
If you watch against Amazulu, Miguel comes in very deep, which suits Ribeiro. Cross, while he's good with the cross, you've got to deal with the Tapelo Moreno on the other side. So while you may have all those things, you have not had a team that is very lethal, because nowadays this season, Sundowns have got more shots on target. And if you push forward, so that against Amazulu had ball possession, now you've got guys who are skilled and very lethal in terms of going forward.
Lethal, you're speaking of. Let's talk about quickly. I want us to focus on the wing backs. He's spoken about Morena. Yes, we find there's the talent. D1.
Revelation into South African football. You know when this boy was playing for Skukuni, we'd look at him and think, Skukuni United. I forget him.
Mara, there's high-profile players who Mamelodi Sundowns. Do you paint you open playing T1?
The great thing about
midfielder now.
Quickly.
the great thing about Aubrey, so it's sorted here. Then we can talk about other players that are in that position. But Diwani is definitely a starter.
One for the future?
Yeah, 100%.
Where's the future currently?
Okay, the future is now. The future is now. The break is also now. Please go on with me. Rutlo jiga skalo, wabona right for fisa vandag man. Bafethu, second half.